Fish love mayflies and gorge on the nymphs as they fight their way to the surface where they emerge to fly in the air to mate. The females deposit their fertilized eggs on the water and then fall to the surface, exhausted. They die shortly after, if not eaten first. These mayflies on the water surface are most likely all female. I am heading out for another glorious morning on the water in northwest Ontario. I'm not sure exactly what the weather will be like, rain or sun, but for sure it will be windy. So my plan is to try and avoid the wind because it overworks my trolling motor battery and makes for noisy audio in a video. But I still want to catch some walleye. I'll be running and gunning and plan on stopping for a shore lunch later, so be sure to stick around and check that out. Somebody was nibbling. Somebody small. Maybe a perch, or there's rock bass in this area too. Well, I think I might have caught my lunch for my shore lunch. Yes, indeedy. This little fella could be lunch. Yes. Well, we now have shore lunch guaranteed. So the mayfly hatch is still on. It's a little cooler this morning and threatening rain. It rained a little earlier and it's going to rain again, but I'm determined to get out and make something of the day, so shore lunch is on the menu. So I'll fish for a little bit and catch a few fish and then put ashore and have some lunch. Works for me. So if you're planning on stopping for shore lunch, it's always probably a good idea to have a look and make sure you know that the land that you're going to stop at for having your lunch is not owned by the First Nation in the area. In this case, this would be the Dalles First Nation. So the land behind me and to my right is all owned by the First Nation. It's all part of the reserve. The land directly in front of me is not. It happens to be Crown land, which means that I can stop there and I can have lunch. It's not owned by any local cottager or the First Nation. So that's one thing that you got to be aware of. You can't just stop anywhere. And I would suggest maybe you get a Crown land map, which will show you exactly which land is owned and which land isn't. There's some areas where there'll be a large island and there'll be one small cottage on it, and they can either own the whole island or they can just own a little sliver of it. So that's one thing that you got to check before you stop. And I know places I used to stop for shore lunch now have cottages on them. So there's getting fewer and fewer places in this particular area between Kenora and Minaki that you can actually stop and have shore lunch. This one feels a little bit better. Oh yes, there you go. Well, I already have my shore lunch, so back he goes. This eagle sitting on the shore there. Not sure if you can see it or not. Right there should be it. There he is. He's waiting for his share. So I'm doing some run and gun fishing. Checking a whole bunch of different spots, not staying too long. Just kind of wondering whether there's fish there. I'll put it down for future reference or so. So I know I said earlier I was going to try to avoid the wind. Well, I can't avoid the wind entirely because the wind is everywhere today. So. I'm off to check out another spot. Well, the sun is trying to come out here for my... Started off pretty cool and cloudy, and it rained just a little bit this morning, and so for my shore lunch day, the sun is now coming out, which is probably a good thing. There you go. Another nice one. There you go. Well, another one on this run and gun fishing day. That's all right. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Very nice. Yeah. That's a small one. Wow. I might be in the nursery right here. Here we go. This is a better fish. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. There we go. He looks all right. Whoa! That was a quick release. That's okay. I'm not keeping anyways right now, so that's fine. A little smaller now. There she goes. Well, I have magic powers. I can make a fish bite just like that. How? Oh, there's a nibble there. But, oh. I was going to say the way for me to make a fish bite would be to turn off the camera. The minute I do that, the fish will bite. Nibbles are probably rock bass. Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera, make a fish bite. There, I told you I turned off the camera and right away a fish bit. Not a very big one though, but still, I mean, that's just the way it works. Got to try to save the battery power on the camera, can't have it running all the time. There we go. Nice. Here we go. Nice little guy. Look at the little perch. Yeah. Well, he's swimming away, so he's not eagle food. Lucky for him. Maybe not so lucky after all, as it seems he's pelican food. It's my new friend. Well, as I say, I was going to try different spots today. I'm finding some spots where the fish are small. Very nice though. That's going to be a good fish in a few years. It looks like the sun is coming out and the day will be warm and sunny after all. I think I'll head south through the Dalles and look for a spot to have shore lunch. Even though the water level is very low for this time of year, the current is still strong. First things first, I'm going to need to fillet the walleye before I can eat it. There's fewer bugs in the boat when filleting walleye as opposed to doing it on shore. I do walleye a little bit differently. When I do it, I leave the ribs right on the fish, so I just take the fillet away from the ribs. So when I'm finished, there are no bones in the fillet at all. I don't have to remove the bones after. And there you have it. I'll just put the fillets away in a bag to keep them clean for my shore lunch. So this looks like a pretty good spot to stop. Not sure what it looks like up ahead there. Looking for some shelter from the wind where I can actually push myself off. Oh, the wind's come up and blowing in there now. Not easy when you're alone. You have to find a spot where you can easily push off and get out of it. It's got some shelter. Try up here. Probably a little shallower here, which is not necessarily a good thing for boat motor. You notice there's not too many areas where people have actually stopped and had shore lunch here. Mainly because most of the land is not crown land. This is. I can stop here. I can't actually read the bottom on here either. So I'm kind of going blind. Have a look up front. Hopefully it's just weeds. think I'm going to be okay. This could be the spot for shore lunch. I kind of like it. First thing I'm going to have to do is take my jacket off. It's starting to get warmer now. This is kind of going to be a little bit of a different shore lunch, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to try out my little shore lunch stove here. This is a new one. My old one just kind of bit the dust, my old Coleman fuel one. This is actually going to be on the shore, but I may be in the boat. I'll do this up front, right by where I put the anchor on shore. It's actually going to be a nice little spot. We'll give that a try. So, first things first, this is my mess kit. My official shore lunch mess kit here. Take out some of the stuff that makes all the rattling noises. That didn't help matters much, would it? Did it? And then we will cut up the potatoes. When you have shore lunch, you have to have potatoes. I kind of nuked these in advance so that they would cook faster for shore lunch. If you know you're having shore lunch, you can nuke them for a couple of minutes the night before. That's probably way too much for me. I don't eat that much. Put them in here for now. I think that'll be fine. Good. And we're going to get the stove started. That's a pretty simple matter, and then we'll be transferring the camera over to the other side. Unfortunately, transferring the camera over to the other side had a few glitches thanks to an incompetent camera operator. These pictures do give you an idea of what my cooking spot looked like, but sorry, no yummy footage of frying walleye. I will tell you that I breaded the fish in a mixture of 1/3 flour, 1/3 breadcrumbs, and 1/3 cornflake crumbs with added salt and pepper. Everything was fried in margarine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fish in with the potatoes, and we're going to chow down. Oops. Guess I should have had a spatula, right? Now doesn't that look wonderful? That's lovely. Try some of that fish. Wow. Not much better than a good shore lunch. This is a little bit of a different shore lunch, isn't it? I'm eating in the boat and cooking on shore, so that's something I actually haven't done before. Mm. Well, there you have it. That's my morning shore lunch walleye fishing expedition. A little bit of run and gun. So if you like the video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, like button, and thanks for watching. Just excellent. I have to say that worked out pretty well. Say goodbye to shore lunch spot.